Hi, my name is Pintauro-Tabares, and today I'm going to be doing an original piece about myself. Once upon a time, I used to work on board cruise ships. I did that for about 10 years. Oh, and I loved it. Oh, such a great career. But like all good things, it did have a shelf life. I can remember when I made Senior Assistant Cruise Director and I was allowed to greet the passengers on stage for the first time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the beautiful, majestic Princess. My name is Will. What's my name? Excellent. I will be your Senior Assistant Cruise Director for the next 7 days on board this beautiful, majestic Princess, which will be your new home for the next 7 days. What do you think of your new home? Do you like it? Do you really like it? Oh, good, I'm glad. Hey, don't worry, all the dead passengers from last cruise have already been removed. The morgue is clean and ready to go for a new set of passengers. I come to you from a small town in the middle of nowhere called Albuquerque, New Mexico. We have someone from Albuquerque? What's your name? We're probably related. No, I was just kidding, sir. I don't really care. I tell you what, after the show, why don't you buy me a stiff drink and then you can tell me your story. Excellent. For the next 7 days, we're going to be visiting the beautiful Southern Caribbean, where you'll be able to visit the ruins of Tulum, Mexico. You'll be able to crawl up the Dunn's River Falls in Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and you'll be able to dive the crystal blue waters of Grand Cayman Islands. We'll even be visiting our private beach of Pelican Keys, where you'll be able to lounge on the white sand beach while listening to a local steel drum band. We'll even be playing games on the beach, like tug of war, the limbo pole, or we'll even be tossing an egg at each other. Yes, we can find out who the biggest tosser on board is. We'll even have specialty nights like game nights, dinner parties, pool games, and don't forget our religious experience we like to call bingo. So whatever you do, don't ask me silly questions like our last passengers did. They would ask me things like, what time is the midnight buffet? Will these stairs go up? Will the elevator take me to the front of the ship? Oh, do the crew sleep on board? No, sir, we actually get helicoptered in every morning. Or, my favorite one, does the ship produce its own electricity? No, sir, we actually have a really long extension cord connected to shore. So whatever you do, don't ask me silly questions like that. But if you do see me walking down the hall, say something like, hey, Will, can I buy you a drink? Whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the next 7 days. And if you're like me and have a hard time remembering names, just remember, where there's a will, there's a way. Man, that was over 15 years ago, and it was such a great career. I mean, it's taken me all around the world. I've been everywhere from the Great Wall of China to the Great Pyramids in Egypt, from Alaska to Argentina, and everywhere in between. I've seen things that people only read about in National Geographics. I've tasted food I never would have thought I'd tasted before. I've met people I never would have thought I'd met before, and I've done things that people only dream about. It was a really, really good career. Now the only thing left are the nightmares. Yeah, believe it or not, nightmares. I have nightmares that I've joined another ship and I've forgotten to tell my husband that I left, or that I can't find my cabin, or that I'm late to an event, or the worst one of all is that I show up naked on stage or in the middle of a cocktail party. Those are the worst. Whenever I have those dreams, I get anxious. I think it's a form of PTSD. Granted, I can think of worse places to be than on a cruise ship. But still, it's a nightmare when it's not where you're supposed to be. 15 years have passed and I'm still living my life out at sea. I can see why people who have gone to war have a hard time adjusting to reality. I mean, I'm lucky. My PTSD is living on a fucking cruise ship. I could not imagine having to live the war over and over and over again. God bless them. God bless them all.